Now, I know some of you might be thinking, didn't you just cover the new Super Mario Bros. Series? First off, thank you for taking an interest in my work. You're fucking awesome for viewing it. Secondly, yes, but anyone who was paying attention knows that there was one game that I omitted. Mainly because a good chunk of the stuff I said about the series after Wii, I felt didn't really apply here, as New Super Luigi U is its own thing. So this game was pretty much the poster boy of Year Luigi, and while I think Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon was the best game they released for the celebration, this was a pretty good runner-up and I certainly enjoyed it over Super Mario Bros. U, which I got for free later on in a promotional thing. And it's a wonder why I didn't really defend it in the last review when I technically never spent a dime on it. But when I decided to buy a Wii U, I got 3 games. Nintendo Land, which was bundled with the system, and chances are I probably would have never bought it otherwise, although it was a nice surprise, this game is actually pretty fun. Pikmin 3, which there was no way I was not picking up since I adored the first 2. And the last game I picked up that day was New Super Luigi U. You can take a guess why I picked that over Mario Bros. U after watching this in the previous video. Given it certainly helped that it focused on Luigi and it was a lot cheaper than the standard game, but to me those were just perks. The biggest reason why I bought this day one was that it stood out from the other entries in the new series. Obviously, the biggest addition was that Luigi is at the forefront this time with no Mario to be seen except his cap, so no forced into playing as Mario as player 1. Thank fuck! Okay, I know at the end of the day the 4 characters are just skins, but I never understood why player 1 had to be locked in as Mario, cause that's just it, they're just skins, so why was this a thing? At least Luigi being locked in for this game makes a bit more sense since the newcomer Rabbit joins and he's pretty much invincible. But still, that decision always boggled my mind when the handheld entries or the challenge modes didn't pull that crap. So for a fan who prefers playing as Luigi to Mario, about fucking time. But I know, nitpicking, and honestly if such a thing led to getting to play as Luigi with his distinct traits and having the level design based around said traits, then you know what? It was worth the wait cause this is my favorite version. And that's kinda saying something too since this is really just glorified DLC, but I really enjoy how Luigi U is structured. Like I mentioned, this game is based around Luigi's higher, floatier jump and crappy traction, which means the level design was made to accommodate it, but that's only half the story. The level structure also had a major change to it in that levels are a lot shorter with only allowing 100 seconds to beat a level. But the balance system made all the levels a lot more challenging, encouraging players to approach it like a speedrun, testing your abilities to get better. Now given, Mario platformers have had their difficulty spots in the past. Plenty of them to this day still give me a run for my money sometimes when I'm rusty. But this was the first time in a while that a modern platformer actually gave me some challenge here. The other games in the new series never really tested me like this, and I wouldn't have Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for another 8 months, so this was like the 2D Mario platformer that I was begging for, and Mario wasn't even in this one. And that, people, is why Luigi will always be the superior brother. Like seriously, fuck Mario.